This is a massive Master Duel update right here. We have new cards, new icons, new skins, new mats, new tournament setting, like all kinds of shit. So stick around for this one, it's huge. So shout out to Master Duel Guide on Twitter for a lot of this info. These are some of the cards that have been added in the back end of the game so far. So some of these seem to be from like a selection pack that's coming, but some of them might also be a type of reward from a tournament style thing that we're getting. Again, all of the info I'll be going over very soon. Now, we see some B-Trooper stuff, we see some Dynamorphia stuff, but I think the one that a lot of people are going to be very excited about is the Guardian Chimera we see here at the bottom. Guardian Chimera is huge for the Branded Despia type of deck, and any fusion deck of course, but Branded Despia really uses this card, and so we're going to notice that quite some things, and again, more coming, so stick around, are going to be pointing towards Branded Despia coming to the game, and that's going to be huge. That deck is super powerful. We're also getting the Dualist Cup, some first details. So I already talked about this in a previous video. Basically, we're getting some type of tournament event style setting where you can get extra rewards. It looks a lot like the KC Cup type deal that we have in Duel Links. I don't play that game, but that's what I'm being told. Basically, win a duel and increase your D level. Aim to advance to the second stage. Compete with other duelists who have passed through the fierce first stage. Aim to become the world's top duelist. Duel level max is at duel level 20. Once you reach max, you can participate in the second stage. Duelist Cup reward tickets, a ticket that allows you to purchase Duelist Cup rewards. Dueling will help you discover many cards. So it's possible either this gives you access to like exclusive cards or something like that, or maybe it's just a way to get, you know, more stuff than you usually would otherwise. Overall, just very nice to have more incentive, you know. There's quite some people who want to do ranked and then after that get really bored, or they want to do something else in ranked, and so here we have it, you know, solid. We also got some new profile icons right here, like we have the Plunder Patrol thingy, we have a Sword Soul Chen Ying right here, we have DPE, Water Enchantress, the Albas looking thingy. Overall, you know, a couple, probably some of them are going to be from story modes, but again, more on that later. We have so much info here, it's crazy. We have these new dual fields, so this top left one is like a Sword Soul type deal. The top right one is from Madolce, and I think that's really adorable, a really cool field. And then the last one is like a water type deal. Then we have some new sleeves. Some of these are for the shop, and some of these will be for solo mode. So we're seeing Token Collector, some Master Duel specific one. We see Mermail, actually, really interesting. We also see Plunder Patrol right here. Also Dualist Cup sleeves, really cool. I really like these purple black ones right here. Like the top right from the left, the second one. That thing is crazy. Next, and this is a big one, there's apparently a new item deck slot. The max number of decks you can possess can be increased by 1. So I wonder if this is something you will be able to buy in the shop. I know a lot of people have been, you know, sad about the fact that they can only have 20 decks because they keep on building and playing. Their collection grows and they're like, damn, now I have to like get rid of one deck so I can build another one. They're not a fan of that. So I don't know, like, I played Pokemon Go back in the day, and if you wanted to have more room for more Pokemon, you also had to buy that. So it's very possible that we get an item in the shop that lets you buy more deck slots. Not sure about that, but again, that's just my speculation here. Then we have new solo mode gates right here. We have our Plunder Patrol. We also have new mates. So we have Gamma, we have Hedgehog, and we have Blue Eyes White Dragon. I think Blue Eyes White Dragon is going to be one a lot of fans are going to be looking for. That's interesting. We also have Trishula right here. Pretty cool as well. Now, the stuff people have really been waiting for, the new selection pack. So again, it is a data mined leak, so this one is not in the game yet, but we can assume that we're gonna get this. This basically reminds me of the legendary duelist pack that we got last month in the real game, where you had a Marincess support, which was really strong actually, and then Kairu Shin as well, and then some other, you know, shark stuff and so forth. So this looks a lot like that pack, so I'm gonna assume it's gonna be mostly those cards. Competitively speaking, you're gonna be looking out for Marincess in particular. Like, Marincess is a deck that has a really small engine, it's all one card starters, and it has room for 1 billion hand traps. It's really solid. Beyond Marincess though, I don't expect much, you know, meta impact from this pack. And it's not like Marincess is the best deck either, but it can compete. If this pack releases and you're like, damn, what's like the strongest thing in there? It's probably gonna be Marincess. Next, and it's probably the better pack, we have the Newborn Dragon. First of all, we have Big Long One. Big Long One is such a huge boost to Sword Soul. Just go to the next level, basically. This card is insane. Without this, Sword Soul would not be as good anymore in the TCG either. But so now that we're going to get it in Master Duel, expect even more Sword Soul in your ranked experience. Then we have a Zombie Vampire. Here it's called the Undead Vampire. I'm not sure if they'll end up like changing that translation. This card is really good for mill-based strategies. Zombie decks, of course. You can also play it in like some kind of danger deck. But it's usually used in the TCG for either a Dragon Link type strategy, you know, with Chaos cards and so forth, or more so with a Chaos Ruler and Punk cards. So this way you can load up your graveyard with even more good stuff. So this card is going to be really, really big. Then we have Mirror Jade, the Ice Blade Dragon. Once we get this, I'm gonna assume we're also getting Branded Fusion and all of those cards, you know, that were in the Branded Despia structure deck. So that would mean that we finally have full power Branded Despia. That's also why earlier I talked about Guardian Chimera. You know, we get this card, we get Guardian Chimera, we get Branded Fusion and so forth. You can expect the ladder to have a lot of Branded Despia. It's a really powerful deck. And then finally, Blue Eyes Jet Dragon. This actually makes Blue Eyes much stronger. Like, I was playing at locals, and obviously you go up against Blue Eyes, you're like, it's kind of, you know, it's just a weaker deck. But the Jet, holy hell, if you don't have ways to spin cards, this card gets really strong. Now, that doesn't mean, you know, Blue Eyes is going to be the competitive tier breaker or anything like that. But, you know, it's a solid little buff for the deck. Then we have another selection pack leak, Invincible Raid. So we have Dinomorphia, which is like a trap dinosaur type of deal. We have our Bee Troopers, and we have the Guardian Chimera right here. So we can assume that once we have Guardian Chimera, well, from this pack, and then the other pack that we were speaking of earlier, you can expect Branded Despia to be at full power and be all over the ladder. Also importantly, the casual ladder type of deal, it's not really a ladder, but the casual mode in Master Duel is now actually live. So right now, you can actually start playing casual matches, which is really cool. So it's a random duel with no effect on rank or level, build an innovative deck, and duke it out with your rivals. Apparently, it also doesn't have rewards, so, you know, this might stop people from tryharding. Now, I do have to say, some people are hoping that when they hear casual match, they're only gonna find people with their Toon decks and their Red Eyes decks. That's not gonna be the case. There's still going to be people playing with strong decks. It's more so that it's usually those people are going to try to learn the deck for the first time. Like, I'm thinking of myself here. When I build a new deck in Master Duel that I haven't played in real life yet, I don't want to, you know, go into ranked with it. Unless I'm already at a capped rank where I can't D-rank. I'm like, fuck it. I can't really test this without messing up my rank. So what do? This is where casual match is going to be really useful. You can, you know, misplay like crazy and figure out your combo for the first time, and that's, in my opinion, what a lot of people will be doing. So don't expect this to be the Toon and Red Eyes fest. Expect this to be a way for people to either play their weaker decks without losing their rank, or to, you know, try out the good deck for the first few times to get a feel for it. But that still means that it's not going to be as competitive as ranked ladder, of course, because if someone's really good at Sword Soul, they're going to be in ranked, and if someone is picking up Sword Soul for the first time, they're going to be in casual match, and a first time Sword Soul is not going to be as good as someone who's really good at Sword Soul, obviously. So overall, this is really good that it exists, but it's just, you know, be aware that this won't just be the free-for-all casual fest that a lot of people might be hoping for. Now, another really interesting one here is that it says, in general, the standard Forbidden Limited list will be used, but this may change depending on ongoing events. So right now, casual match is basically just a normal ladder, but it seems that they might make changes there sometimes. I don't know what this means, but be aware that it's possible. So that was all the news. Like I said, it was a lot. Hope you found this interesting. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you soon. Ciao.